What's up, folks? I'm on my way to Lake Kinkaid. It is a nasty day. Air temperatures are low 50s, which is good, but it's kind of raining, misty, overcast, and we got a lot of wind today. Got a few hours to go out here, try to get a fishing report. Haven't been over here since early summer, so I have no idea what the water looks like. I know they've been doing a lake drawdown over here. They're supposed to lower the lake 3.5 to 5 feet to do some repairs. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get in the lake. I don't know how, you know, if the boat ramp is functional or not. I've got my little boat with me. I figured that'd be my best chance to get in and out of here. And if that doesn't work, I'll probably run over to Lake Murfreesboro. All right, I made it to the lake, and it kind of scared me. I'm the only boat here. Usually there's a couple boats here, even on a day like today. The water level is definitely down. You can see the boat ramp here. Normally it's right on this line right here. Here's the water level. But from what I can tell, it looks like I should be able to get my boat in and out of here. The ramp, according to this little sign on the bank, stops about right here. So I've still got about 15 feet of water, and I'm gonna try it, see what happens. Just got to make sure I don't get my wheels caught on the end of the ramp, because I can rip an axle off. I've seen it happen. It's not good. So let's get in the water and see if we can catch some fish. It's an overcast day. It's really windy, unfortunately, but I like to catch some fish on a jerkbait today. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like it, hit that bell notification, so anytime I release new content, you'll be the first to know. Let's go catch some fish. All right, guys, no problem launching the boat at all. It was fine, no big deal. I think you could even get a big boat in there. Water's down. Looks like it's down about 2 foot probably. Just idled around and found a little bit of shad and a few fish kind of scattered along this riprap bank. And wind's kind of blowing in here, so I'm gonna throw a jerkbait and maybe a jig down this bank, see if I can get some bites. Well, fishing proved to be pretty tough on Kinkaid this day. I managed to hook up with a nice jerkbait fish in the first spot, but he pulled off. I stayed there for about another 30 minutes and never got another bite. So I ran to my next spot and I was fishing some shallow wood with a jig. Tried that for a little bit and sure thought I was going to get bit. It looked really good, but it didn't happen in this area. So made a few more casts and decided to pick up a shad wrap. You know, shad wrap is a really good crank bait to throw in the cold water conditions. And I'm rigging that up on a spinning rod. You can see me picking it up right here. And this is what happened on my first cast. There we go, caught me a little shad rat fish. It's been really slow out here. Water's about 46 to 47 degrees. Kind of sitting here out of the wind trying to figure it out. But that's a nice winter fish. Happy to have it. Little shad rat, 8-pound test, out off the grass line. Unfortunately, that was the last crankbait fish I would catch that day. I made a long cast with the crankbait and my line snapped mid-flight and landed about 30 feet up in an oak tree. It's Christmas time, so it's a shad wrap ornament, I guess you'd say. But I kept seeing these fish out in 25 to 30 feet of water, and I decided to rig up a Demiki rig and drop on them, see if I could get them to react. And I had a couple that would swim up to the Demiki rig, and the fish line and the Demiki rig line on the graph would just become one for a little bit, and then they would just swim back down to the bottom. It's kind of frustrating when that happens. Probably should have tried a couple different colors, but I just wanted to experiment a little bit and see if I can get bit. I decided to run up towards the dam and fish a shaky head for a little bit. Shaky head's one of my favorite baits to fish in the cold water period, and usually produces a few bites no matter how tough the day is. And I did manage to get a few bites on the shaky head, but they were just kind of tapping it and they wouldn't quite commit to it. I was testing out the bedhead shaky head by Moccasin Lures, and it did a pretty good job coming through the cover. I'll definitely be giving it another chance. There we go. It's a nice jerkbait fish. It's been kind of slow around here. I've been fishing real slow, like finessey, and not getting any bites at all. So I just decided to pick up this jerkbait. I don't have much time. Just decided to pick up this jerkbait. I don't have much time. It's a nice fish. Glad to have it. Jerkbait was just sitting there, and my line jumped. So that's a cool bite. Just fishing a point. Maybe I'll run this for a little bit and see what happens. Here's a good illustration of how far the lake's down. You see all this riprap on this point. Usually this is a little bit underwater. So I'm just guessing, but I'd say it's down about 3 feet. I'm gonna make a move. I don't have much time. I'm just gonna jump around, hit some of these main lake points. You know, make 15-20 casts on each one. See if I can get some bites. Caught me a jig fish. Man, it's slow out here. It's this little finesse jig by Bite Me Baits in Kentucky. It's a nice fish. Just flipped it next to this log and she swam off with it. I got about 10 more minutes and I gotta go to the house. It's been a slow day, but it's nice out here. I'm the only person out here. You know, 3,000 acre lake, nobody else out here. I kind of see why, because the fishing's pretty tough, but most of these fish that I'm seeing are out here in about 25 to 35 feet of water, and I mess with them a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just not comfortable fishing that deep. I haven't done it enough to feel comfortable doing it. So I'm just fishing, you know, 2 to 15 foot, 16 foot, and that's kind of what I've been focusing on. So it's good to catch, you know, good to catch a nice little jig fish. Well, that's it. I'm done. just broke my jig off. I got a bite and set the hook and got hooked on some wood. Seems like I'm getting a few bites off of wood all of a sudden. Had a pretty decent day. I mean, caught about 3, I think I caught 3 fish, you know. That's kind of typical for the winter. Water temps were 46 to 47. And just bounced around. Like I said earlier, a lot of the fish were out deep. And I've just played around shallow. That's what I'm comfortable doing. So I've got to get out of here. Got to get on the road. I got a live stream tonight with Backyard Bassin'. We're doing that live stream on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Dropping videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to check them out. Appreciate all the support, guys. And if you're looking to catch some crappie, I saw a lot of good schools of crappie. You know, they're kind of scattered out, but they're grouped up right now. I saw some pretty big returns on the graph. If I was a crappie fisherman, I'd probably have a pretty good show for you. But nonetheless, appreciate your time, and until next time.